This video is only for people who want to do music full-time. If you're a hobbyist or you just want to make art for art's sake, this video is not for you. Keep scrolling or don't and watch the video. If you are looking to make a full-time income from music, do not listen to people who are telling you that thinking about how you can turn your passion and art into a career is going to dilute or damage your art. I have never heard that type of sentiment from people who actually do music full-time, right? So I know friends who make deep six figures being producers, songwriters, touring projects. Not one of them would ever tell somebody, hey, make sure you never think about how you're going to be able to pay your bills with this. Never think about how to make good t-shirt designs or what your live performance is going to look like, or, never make sure that when you're making this album, it has some kind of mild appeal to a human being with ears that might give you money. The art for art's sake people, which I did that for 15 years, so no shade on those people. They don't make any money with music, and that's fine. I'm, again, not here to tell them that they have to, not here to tell them that they have to do anything. There is no other specialized skill that is treated the same way that art is. So if you are a surgeon or an HVAC guy, or you learn how to build houses, or you know how to program, nobody ever says, you got to program for programming's sake, dude. You can't just make programming and try to figure, you got to have the best programs and never think about if there's an audience for that program. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is your video to have permission to think about what you're doing with your music as a business. I know that I did that, and it has netted me six figures doing that exact thing. And not just playing wedding cover band stuff, doing what I want, touring the planet, getting millions of streams, selling t-shirts, doing really cool artistic stuff with visual production across multiple continents with my best friends, doing the most fun thing I've ever done in my life while making more money than I ever made at a normal day job. The only reason that happened is because I thought about how could I make sure that this thing makes sense monetarily? How do I make sure that when I'm doing this stuff that I like, that is artistic and expresses myself, how do I make sure that I don't lose my ass every single time we go on the road or put out a record or buy a ton of merch? So this video is just permission. If you needed it, which you shouldn't, because you shouldn't be listening to people that aren't doing what you want to do with your life. So a bunch of not full-time musicians telling you that you got to make sure that the most important thing you think about is the art for art's sake only. And if you think about making a single dollar, you're not having integrity and you're disingenuous and you'll never be a real artist. Don't listen to those people. Literally never listen to those people. The people that are actually doing what you want, that are making music and doing it full-time and paying all their bills with it, would never discourage you from making sure that your music is a sound business.